So they sent out a chaplain, and I was talking to him.
What's a chaplain?
Sort of like a priest, but not a priest.
Yeah.
Best way to describe it, sort of.
Traveling
One that
counselor.
doesn't touch kids.
Yeah.
That's the motherfucker.
That's the motherfucker.
Lads, lasses, welcome back to another episode of the Bogan Yack podcast. And if you are watching, you clearly see that we have a very special guest on. Very special guest.
Super special.
We've got Travis, or BASTIN motherfucker.
That's right, you had to say that, BASTIN motherfucker.
BASTIN motherfucker. We've been saying we're going to get him on, and we've been talking about him the last couple of weeks. And we've just had Pico on, which is
Fucking ass.
hour and a half long episode. Fucking camera time. Jesus.
Yeah, can't even talk, right?
How long do you go for?
Normally 45 minutes, but
Yeah.
fucking we'll go for as long as you can talk, can't we? 3 hours later, still
That's a
going.
long ass time.
And that's it.
That is a long ass time.
But as always, we've always got a unofficial beer of the podcast.
The
and,
unofficial official beer of the podcast.
And so far, nothing has beaten Yippee-Ki-Yays by Bonehead. And the actual photo I posted up on Instagram and tagged them in, they liked it.
Oh, nice.
How big are they? Are they pretty like
They're from Melbourne, I think, so I don't think they're massive, but
up the metro?
But
up the metro.
Up the metro.
Yeah, I don't think they're fucking massive, but
Who's the cunt on the side of it?
isn't that fucking what's his name that just retired?
Oh,
Okay.
they
Bruce
were
Willis.
just talking about him.
Yeah, isn't it Bruce Willis?
How sad is that shit?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Do you know he's releasing 8 fucking movies this year?
Yeah, but apparently they're shit.
Yeah, well, he's losing his memory card.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah. No, you get that. No, like legit though, he's had some bangers.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
oh, he definitely has.
He's fucking made a lot of money. I don't know why. This is what I don't get, right? Celebrities make fucking millions a year,
Yeah.
but then they just keep working.
Yeah, because it's like they get that art mentality of being like, look, if I'm not doing, it gets to a point where you get so much money, you're just like, I've got to do something. Though.
Yeah, I suppose.
I could live on an island.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck
But they
it.
probably can't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But speaking of art mentality,
Oh God.
what's inspired you to do your music? Since we've got that nice segue right there.
50 Cent.
50 cents.
Nah, honestly, real talk. It was the only thing that helped me out in like a fucked up point in my life. Like that was it. Like that's what started it. It was the only place I could write down my feelings, and I'd just keep it to myself. I wouldn't release it. I wouldn't show anyone. But it's the only thing that I could get down, and with like vocals getting it out, it releases the energy that help stop some shit. So
Yeah, that's
and
fucking fair enough.
that's
too.
why I started, and then I'm just like, oh, I'm not depressed anymore.
And you fell in love
So
with
the
it.
fucking how was like the first when you released it, like say to us and fucking people you know, were you just like,
no,
this is
like-
gonna be fucked up, like, or were you actually like happy about the
No.
reaction of
No,
it?
I was not happy whatsoever, Like, especially the first song being so heavy that I actually put out was called Anxiety, and it was just, it's just a hell of a feeling.
Straight feels.
I wasn't pissed when I released it though, which is like normally I'm pissed. Like if I have all these songs, I'm like, oh yeah, this sounds pretty good right now. We'll chuck it out. That was actually one I slept on, and I'm just like, I released it on Are You OK Day, and I'm like, oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good time to release it because that's the one time people won't judge you.
Yeah, well, fuck. If
That's
they
the thing,
judge
like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Are you okay?" Blah 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 on that day, and then like the next day, a couple of days, a week later, like no cunt's talking about it.
Yeah, they
You
never
know what
ask you.
I got a hot take, boys. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is like,
You're gonna rush them for some fucking feathers with our woke listeners.
I am. Yeah, can't. All the Karens in the audience. Hi, mom. No.
Hey, mum.
Anyway, like, I'm so glad that like it gets more known. The mental health battle, all of this stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Like I could never ask for anything more. But the more it starts to come out, the more I start to question if they're genuine about it, or are they just doing it as a fag.
As a tramp,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, and there's a couple people that I've like come across, not just people we know, like celebrities, everything, and that fucks me off.
Yeah.
They-
Which a lot of them would be doing it for
They
clout
are
and
not-
shit.
Oh, 100%. A
And
lot of
obviously
them would.
being, if you suffer through that, you are more of a keen eye to.
Yeah.
You can tell someone in pain.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like, I don't care. People say, oh, he's happy as hell here and that. There's got to be someone around him. If he has a person in his life, whatever, if it's a relation, if it's a kid, they can tell.
Yeah, fuck
The problem being they probably don't want to address it because they're scared or they don't want to cause any.
Yeah, they don't want the burden, I think.
But
most
that
of
is the
fucking
thing.
time.
And that pisses me off.
Yeah, a lot of them do just like use "Are you okay?" day as clout, and that's all it is. Like
It's fucked. And if I've mistaken someone who's genuinely serious about that shit, like, and they've put it out, and I've had that feeling, I will never.
Yeah.
Like, I apologise for that.
See, I was always adamant, like, because fucking for years I never had fucking mental health problems and all that shit, and I was fucking great. But
Yeah.
and I always thought, like, my mentality of it was, this is fucking weird. Like, how the fuck can you not even control your own mind? Like, you're in control of it. Stop being like in a sense, a dick. Like, just fucking pull in. And then
we can speak like that. That's all right.
And then I went through it myself. And like, I was waking up in fucking night sweats, anxiety attacks, and I was like, what the actual fuck? Like, even
It's full on
in my
shit,
head, I
though.
was like, what the fuck, cunt? Like, pull your shit together.
So I remember my first panic attack. I didn't even know.
You can't stop them, hey.
No, I
Like,
did not
when
even
they
know what it
happen.
was.
See, I'm definitely lucky. I've never had a panic attack, but I
was-
know people that do.
I was literally just sitting outside having a smoke, and all of a sudden I just couldn't fucking breathe. And I'm sitting there. I cartoonishly in my head thought about grabbing a brown paper bag and breathing
And
into
doing
it.
that thing.
What
Like-
does that? Another note. What does that do?
So what it's supposed to do is the carbon monoxide in it is supposed to.
It's sort of like
So
doing
when-
a nang, in a sense.
No, basically, but so when you breathe, you're breathing in oxygen, and what creates the repelling motion of pushing out the carbon dioxide is that actually it contracts the diaphragm is the carbon dioxide.
Isn't the diaphragm like another thing than that?
So the diaphragm
I don't fucking know,
controls
cunt.
your lungs.
Have you ever seen like a sitcom or something and they're talking about having sex and then the chick's diaphragm come out or something like that? Is that something?
No, that's something
What
else.
fucking
Is it
rating
called
movies
that
are you
though?
watching, cunt?
No.
It is.
So the
Put my bets on it.
the diaphragm is underneath your
No,
lungs.
I'm with you there. I am with you. I mean, just continue.
But
Just continue.
so what
Fucking right. Though.
what makes the reflex of you breathing is carbon dioxide. It causes your diaphragm to contract and expel it.
Right.
So breathing into a brown paper bag is you're breathing only carbon dioxide out, fills the bag, and it's going back into your lungs, and it starts controlling your breathing. Do it for too long and you'll probably pass out.
You fucking don't do it. You're not breathing in fresh air.
But it controls your breathing. And like after my first panic attack, it was literally the first thing that went through my head was, why didn't I have a brown paper bag? Who has brown paper bags is my first question. But
Yeah.
Oh, some
like-
crackhead going into Woolies yesterday. I don't know how she was let in. That was fun. She had the crack walk. Have you discussed the crack walk?
We haven't discussed
You
the
know
crack
the
walk.
crack walk though.
Oh,
yeah?
maybe
They
you
have a
describe
fucking
it.
walk to them. They're swinging around there, and their head's going faster.
Yeah,
than
their head's
all side of
going
shit.
quick. Yeah.
Head's going quicker than, well, maybe equal to their arms, but their body is behind
But
that.
to them, they're going normal speed.
They're going, can't. They're like, I really want this mother in the fridge. Like, it's fucked up, man.
yesterday I was going into Shep to get some fucking
Shep's fucked.
getting some materials and shit. And I've come up Elizabeth Street past Macca's.
Got it.
And I see this bloke ride out. And now, I say bloke, he was 100% a crackhead. Ride out on a bloody, I reckon it would have been an $1,800 BMX. And
Definitely wasn't his.
Do they fucking get that expensive?
and
Oh, God bless. Oh, these are good, by the way, lads.
They're actually, yeah, not bad.
No, they, honestly. they're-
and
Wait
a
till
road-
Tanner's beer really selected.
a roadwork stop and slow sign. That's all we had.
What a fucking combination.
That's just dead giveaway. He's a crackhead.
And he's riding, and he's cut out in front of me. And instead of me giving him the finger, I was just pissing out laughing because he's holding it so it says stop to oncoming traffic.
You broke the fucking rules.
Is anyone else underneath this like mentality as well, right? A crackhead is a happy person. It's the calm down. I mean, while they're fucking juicing, they are happy as hell. Right, and they're full on, they're eccentric, all that big words for the podcast, but no shit.
For this podcast.
I've never said that word in my life. Anyway, they are happy as fuck.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just the half an hour after that yeah.
And nothing phases them either.
Nah, can't.
Like, they could be sitting there going, just in the middle of the fucking street.
They're sketchy, but you just don't even want to talk to the cunt.
Or
look at them. Going back to anxiety as well, nothing gives me more anxiety than that bit in Shepparton, the bus stop area.
Yeah.
Because I know a couple people there as well. Like, I'm just like, nah, you stay the fuck out of there. That's fuck.
Thanks for leaving me, son.
I was being responsible. You drink, driving, mate.
Drink responsibly.
I figured Trav wasn't driving home, considering he didn't rock up in a car.
No, Badger dropped me off.
Yeah.
Upper Badger, I love you.
Fucking Badger.
Soap's on the way to
I've
Rushy.
seen that come crazy.
Yeah, that's my boy.
So what was your what triggered you to have an anxiety attack?
I don't know.
It just happened.
It just happened.
Now, that's the thing. Anxiety, this is where another thing is. A panic attack is different to an anxiety attack, I reckon. Because anxiety has a reason. A panic attack is a shutdown of your brain. I think.
I think
That's
my
I'm not
sister-in-law
Dr.
might
Phil.
have just gone into labour, so you two keep chatting.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You take that.
What happened?
His sister-in-law's gone into labour, apparently.
Yeah, congrats. We make kids on this podcast. That's what's happening.
Trav fucking congratulated Tanner to a kid he doesn't actually have. I got fooled for it too. It's alright. I fooled for it.
No, that was fucked, hey. I
was scrolling through Instagram. Like, if you don't know what we're talking about, Tegan, Tanner's wife, was scrolling through fucking Instagram, and she posted a thing about Aria being 9 months old. I think it was, about if you actually read it. But the first photo she uploaded was the photo that they like announced they were pregnant.
Yeah.
And Trav and I got the same fucking idea that they're having another fucking kid. Except I read the post and Trav didn't.
I don't read.
You're just like, Tanner's having another kid.
Bro, I nearly had an anxiety attack when he said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Oh, okay. I'll head off. Make a rain check for that one.
Fuck that.
And I've just realised too. Every time I point to the camera, I'm pointing out the screen.
Yeah.
The camera's there.
Common mistake. I do that a lot.
No, that's all right. Because you like... Yeah.
Tanner looks over here when we put that screen over there, so...
And it's hard for me to... Yeah.
And that's probably awesome. Bright as fuck, so...
That's all right. You get that.
You'll be right.
What's going on with you, man?
Sweet fuck all, actually. Hoping to fucking change jobs. Same job, but like same workplace, but different job.
Like an upgrade, or...?
It'd be a bit of a downgrade in pay. But it'd be I'll be 5 days a week, fucking Monday to Friday, so I can have a normal life back.
Yeah, it means a lot. It's not all about the money, eh?
Nah, that's right. It's because like when you become shift work, your mates stop inviting you to everything because you can't go out half the time anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's like fuck.
That has an effect and a half, eh?
Oh yeah, like my biggest thing to deal with like my mental health side of things was not working. Like going to work.
Yeah.
I was like just focusing on it. It was just like ticking over, and then it just catches up to you. But when I was at home in the shed fucking around, it was good because you just forget about it.
So you've had like a bit of a history with mental health.
Yeah. So mine's
what age?
Just last year.
Oh man.
So I noticed something was wrong when I was waking up in sweat. Like I'm talking drenched. Like it was fucked up. And I was like, that's fucked. And I was like, something's going on. And as long as I was busy, I was good.
Yeah.
But as soon as I had time to think, it just
it kills you, man.
And
that's the thing between the two of them. When you're feeling that fucked, you don't want to do shit. Even though you know it deep down, it does help.
Yeah.
You don't want to do shit though.
And
that's just how it is.
I'm more than happy to admit, I knew something was wrong, so I was like, I'll go to the doctor. And I went to the doctor and I felt like the absolute biggest fucking cockhead because I'm a fucking full-grown man crying at the doctors. But it's something that needs to be fucking spoke about because going through it...
If it gets too far, it's too late.
And it was good, like the doctor was totally fucking like did not give a fuck that there was a full-grown man crying and the doctor's like something was wrong.
No.
He just took it in his stride like it was nothing, and he helped me, gave me some medication for it and that.
Now, how was that process?
So I only got Valium, which was just to help me go to sleep.
Yeah.
And not sort of fucking have a anxiety attack when I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Which was weird. Only when I was sleeping I'd have it. So whether my mind was still ticking over or what.
Yeah.
So I did that for a month, and I was like, I need to obviously not take these because I'll get stuck on them. Because like you'd have two, I'd have them before I left work, and I'd get home and it felt like I was pissed. I was I was like, I need to like not get onto this. So yeah, I did it for a month, and then sort of, I guess you'd say, learned to weed off them a bit.
Yeah.
And
I was a bit of a different case. Like my mentality with everything, I don't know, it's just how I am. If I'm addicted to something, whether it be darts, fucking beer, drinking, or pills, whatever, I can just stop.
Yep.
And I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Like I'm
So,
blessed.
yeah, I'm
lucky.
not like that.
No, I can literally, like, as soon as the day that we found out we were going to have a kid, everything, like,
Just
it
changed.
just stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not, and this is another thing, I smoke because I enjoy it. It's not an addiction thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the act is a little bit addicting because of how much I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't smoke much on the weekends if I'm chilling.
Yep.
Like, I just don't. It doesn't, I wake up, I'm like, oh, you know, what are we going to do today? We're going to play a bit of this, talk a bit of shit. But I don't go, fuck, I need a dart. Fuck, I got a headache because I don't have a dart. It's not like that.
No, that's a good thing. I was like, I'm the same. I can drop shit, but I was more worried that my mental health wasn't going to disappear if I didn't like lay off the drugs. I was like, you know, I need to learn to do it without them. So
Exactly.
like,
That's
yeah.
the best mentality to have.
Yeah.
Because you'll be stuck on them for the rest of your life, and many people are.
That's right. And then it just like
It's
it
fun.
goes from Valium, and then you're taking Xannies, and it just like gets fucking
Continues
worse.
on.
Did you ever have anything that you're comfortable talking about? Like, did
Oh.
you prescribed anything like that?
I wasn't prescribed anything.
No.
But the turning point where I went and sought out help was so I was constantly drink driving, and I was bad for it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember your bloody baby shower, I tried to drive home when I shouldn't even have been walking.
Yeah.
And I made it a kilometre out of Rushworth, turned around and went back to Adams and went to
You
sleep.
may have saved your life or someone else's.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And,
that's the thing,
That's
yeah.
fucking important, man.
Yeah.
And my turning point was about 2:30 in the morning. Got paged. There's one.
Yeah, one of them is still got
Fucking
there.
wizard, lad.
It was about 2:30 in the morning. Got paged to a single car accident. And when I rocked up, like when our truck rocked up, the scene looked like the bloke should have been dead.
Yeah.
100% should have been dead.
Yeah.
I've walked up to the car, and he's sitting there screaming in pain.
That's the worst bit too. As a firefighter, like, what do you want me to do, man? Like, you're just gonna have to fucking
Firefighter,
wait.
SES, all of that shit. What they see.
Yep. And ambos and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And like I looked at him, and then I started talking to him, and he's talking back, and I could just smell the alcohol on his breath.
Yeah.
And I started talking to him. Luckily for him, and I don't know how he survived it, because he rolled the car at least 5 times, hit 2 single trees, and stopped before a 2-meter wide gum tree.
Yeah.
Don't know how he survived, and he walked away with a scratch on his head and a
Wasn't
cut up
his time to
leg.
go, eh?
Wasn't.
It's fucking
And
like that.
so like, because we'd seen that accident, CFA provided peer support, and I was talking.
How was that experience? Was that good?
It was because so they sent out a chaplain, and I was talking to him, and
What's a chaplain?
sort of like a priest, but not a priest.
Yeah.
Best way to describe it, sort of.
Traveling
One that
counselor.
doesn't touch
Tra-
kids.
Yeah.
That's the motherfucker.
And I was talking to him, and because there was 5 of us there, and I said, after everyone leaves, can I talk to you? And I sat down with him and talked about literally everything, and he just gave me a phone number of one of his mates who is a psychologist who works through the peer support program for CFA, and I was just over phone consultations with what was his name? Nick, I think. I can't even. It was
Upper Nick.
fucking years ago.
Upper Nick.
Up and there.
Yeah, talking to him, about it and about everything, and that was literally my turning point. Watching someone who should have died after drink driving,
fucking good on you.
And going,
Yeah.
if that was me, I probably would be dead.
Hey, and if no shit, like the universe, like made that happen, you know, type shit. I'm not into that weird shit.
Nah,
But I'm saying though,
True.
like, it was meant to be that you did that.
See, I believe in fate, but I don't believe in faith.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
So fate is
Your
you can't.
outcome.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
stop what's
yeah.
going to
Faith
happen.
is believing in the outcome.
Yeah.
So like,
Fuck, you're onto it.
yeah.
Yeah, come
Not
on.
bad.
So like,
eh?
I
These
don't.
beers are knowledge.
So I don't believe in God, but I believe we're put on this earth for
Oh,
something.
I thought you were going to
Yeah.
say something else, man. I was about to hug the fuck out of you.
Now Trav's let down. Fucking cunt.
What do you think I was going to say?
That you don't believe in God, you believe in the devil.
Oh,
Because that's a later thing. Anyway,
Twisted cunt.
fuck yeah.
No, it's fucking like, and the worst bit is people don't reach out. That's
No.
the fucking biggest thing.
Especially
like,
men.
Yeah, especially men. But like, you know, everyone, like, we just need to stop this, like, men and women and blah
Yeah,
blah blah. Fucking just every cunt.
And another
Like,
one I will speak for too is postnatal depression. Like for the ladies
Yeah,
side
yeah.
of things, that is fucking so real.
yep.
Fuck
And,
yeah.
You know, it's pressure on the men at the same time, but that you need to be there. Like someone
Yeah, you
needs
need to be
there
there
needs
for
to
your partner or
They
so
have
forth.
the thing is they have a great support system with our hospitals.
Oh
for
yeah.
postnatal shit.
Oh.
You can escape for 2 weeks. Everything's taken care of,
Yeah.
so
and-
you can heal.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
type
right.
of shit.
Yeah.
Like, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that
Imagine
fucking
if
is
that
good.
for like a men, like a lot of us, you know, if we've just had a kid or whatever,
You
we're
provide.
a sick
and-
family, we're a provider though. So
Yeah.
like we still have to keep going
Yeah.
in that regard.
That's
So
probably
if there was
where-
a program, you can.
We need to, like, beat that fucking, like, you know,
Yeah.
why does the men have to provide when, like, if he's
We
fucked,
shouldn't.
like,
We
See-
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And a fucked up bloke sucks to see.
yeah.
See,
That is fucked.
When-
to
Yeah,
see.
especially if it's a mate too.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
when Aria was born, one of the midwives said to me, like talking to Tegan and I about postnatal depression, blah blah blah. And then a few days later, after we got home, the postnatal depression psychologist over in Bendigo rang Tegan, and I answered the phone because Tegan was in the shower, and she's like, "Oh, I just wanted to speak to Tegan, blah blah blah." I said, "Oh yeah, she's just in the shower." I'll ring back, and she goes, "Oh, how are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, pretty good." And she goes, "Well, men do get postnatal depression too."
yeah,
So-
there is a side of it.
And she goes, "So if you feel like you are getting the signs of wanting to throw your baby at a wall and stuff like that, give me a ring because I'll help you."
Yeah.
And I thought that was so nice. Like,
Yeah.
And a lot of that is too, like, due to being a byproduct of the situation your other partner's in.
yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
the pressure is just...
Yeah. If she's
Like-
angry at you, and then
Or
it's just,
upset,
yeah.
like, whatever,
And
stressed.
yeah.
Like, fuck.
yeah, and then they've got postnatal depression on top of it, and then you're trying to not only give support and provide, but you're also trying to help more than what you ever would with the child and stuff
And
like
keeping
that.
up the work.
And
whether it be
keeping up the
house
work.
or your actual
Yeah.
income.
And you're trying to do all of that, and so men do get a form of it. Nothing as severe as women,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
See, that's with the men thing. I don't think that's a chemical thing.
no,
Like
it's
the females, it's a
byproduct.
It's
Yeah,
a byproduct,
yeah.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
that chemical thing they go through. But how can you, dude, they devote how much of their body to growing this fucking
Oh.
little potato?
It's
They
fucking nuts, but they're
Go
like,
through fucking
you know,
everything.
they go through fucking hell to give birth, and then like 2 years
But you
later,
push
they're
that
like,
away,
I
hey?
can't wait to have another kid. It's
No,
like,
that's-
did you
that's-
fucking see what you just did?
Exactly. You
Like,
remember
I
that?
still have the photos of the inside of Tegan's stomach.
That's what, yeah.
Fuck the photos.
That's
no,
what I
ain't
mean.
with that shit. Nah, man.
That's what I mean, and they just like fucking they forget the whole pain.
That's
It's
another thing of their chemical thing, though.
Like, yeah,
Like that's the other end.
like
of it.
love.
It's a
takes
maternal
over
instinct. Like
It is.
they want to give birth as many times as they
Fuck
can.
these, you're right.
They are,
Fucking
aren't they?
yeah.
And they just want to keep giving birth, but then they give birth, and the first couple of weeks to a couple of months is fucking hell for them because of postnatal and everything like that.
Yeah.
Then years down the track, they're like, "Oh, let's have another one."
And you're like, are you serious? I just seen.
And you're 35 and going grey. And they want another one.
I remember watching the birth and
I passed out twice.
Did you? I watched the whole thing like this is.
You're fucked.
I said to Tegan, if she was given a natural birth, I was not watching it. I did not want to.
Really?
I did not want to see a deformed head come out.
I would rather
the
that than
whole-
getting cut open and shit.
Nah.
Yeah, fucking hell. I'd rather see the fucking stretched out pussy than fucking
That's
a
the motherfucker.
than the fucking open guts. I remember fucking watching it, right, and then you're like, and it took fucking forever. I was over it. I'm gonna be fucking dead on it. It's like 12 hours of
You're
labour.
sitting on a seat.
12.
Yeah, it's 12 fucking hours. Can't. I was over it. I was watching the Allen show and all sorts of
We
shit.
were lucky.
It's
Yeah,
fuck.
I was. Actually, I wasn't, but I'll tell
It
mine
was
after
3
you.
days
How's the
labour.
mucus plug though? Did you see the mucus plug?
Nah.
No, she lost hers in the
I
shower.
wish I
I
didn't say
think.
that then.
you
That was
seen
something
that.
else. That's
You want to
like-
know what's real fucked up? Courtney jumps on the bed, giving birth, and blah blah blah, and she like fucking blood and all sorts of fuck shit.
No,
And
I can't.
the nurse goes, "Oh, darling, you're sitting on your phone," and I was like, "That's my phone." And she's like, "Oh," and held it up, and it's just dripping fucking shit. It was fucked. I was like, I've never seen the end of this fucking iPhone. I ran up to the wall, and they got those sanitizers on the wall.
I thought you were gonna say you smeared on the wall. You fucking crazy cunt.
Full year 7 shit, just fucking scooping it off the bed.
Scoop it up and fucking wall paint that shit. No.
Yeah, no, not that bad.
That's fucked, man.
But it was bad. And
Can we move the child off? Sorry,
yeah, we
off child.
probably should.
Hey,
We don't even have the bits to back that shit up.
Before we do, I need to tell mine because
It's a-
No, of course, yeah, go
It's
for
a
it.
manly story of it. People will find it hilarious how we fucking see childbirth.
see.
Women are like, "Oh, it's so beautiful," and blah blah blah.
Beautiful, my fucking ass.
So the week leading up to Tegan giving birth, it was in and out of hospital because she was in spiritus labour. So she thought she
What's
was
that?
spiritus labour. It's sort of like
Did you even have a kid, cunt?
so there's
They probably call it. Is that phantom labour?
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I had that kid.
Yeah, I heard it.
Upper
Too.
Archie. Upper Archie.
See,
I love you,
because
mate.
there's the 3 stages. You got Braxton Hicks, and then you get spiritus or phantom labour, and then you got the actual labour. And so leading up, we had all 3 of it. We had, I'll say phantom labour for about 4 days. Come Sunday night, Tegan's struggling to go to sleep. She's in a lot of pain. She's just like, "Oh, you go to sleep. You get some rest. I'll have a shower and blah blah blah."
I'll just go fuck myself.
Anyway, she wakes me up.
She was saying.
She wakes me up every 2 hours in pain. I'm like, "Are you okay? Do you want to go to the hospital?" No. We've got an appointment in the morning. We'll leave it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it gets to the morning. About 7 o'clock. We get up. We go to the hospital. And we get there. The nurse, does the finger check. She
What's
goes,
that?
Where they check how
the-
dilated you
yeah.
are.
I thought they actually looked at and examined their fingers.
"No." Anyway,
Maybe I did have
Were you even there? What the fuck?
it. I was there, but I wasn't there. You know what I mean?
true.
Yeah.
did
Anyway,
the check, and she goes, "Honey, you're 8 centimeters dilated."
What?
And Tegan's like, "So you mean I was in labour all night?" And I'm like, and
Holding the kid in.
And I'm like, "And you let me sleep?" But they had to induce her because she, her water still didn't break.
Yeah.
And then obviously the cord around the head, blah, 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 ended up being cut out. I decided, they're like, "Oh, she's out. You want to have a look at her?" I stand up, look into the massive hole in her stomach and go,
Oh, it would have been.
no, I can't.
Did Aria have a cone head or not? She probably didn't because she didn't come natural.
"Nah."
birth.
So she had bruises from forceps because they had to dig her out.
Yeah.
But the most fucked.
That's what I mean. You're like worried about how soft you can be with a kid, but they just dig the cunt out with
Yeah.
some fucking stainless.
They nearly
fucking
dropped
tongs.
Archie, huh?
Did they?
Yeah, there was a slippery little cunt. I was like, fuck, is
You're
there-
just underneath like, fuck.
I was like, is there insurance if he's fucked now? How would that work?
But the worst part of the whole thing is not even looking into a cut open stomach was the feeling of being behind the shade and feeling the whole table go like that as they're tearing
Yeah,
the stomach open.
They have to tear it, otherwise it fucking scars.
And the other thing too, the fact you can't do fucking anything.
No,
You can't even crack a joke.
Nah.
No, like legit.
Nah,
'Cause
fucking hell.
But
they won't accept anything.
I felt bad for Tegan though because she has what's the spine? disease?
Sherman's.
No, isn't it like
not that
spina bifida?
No, not that.
That means you can't use your legs, Carl.
Starts,
Is that a quadruple?
No, you know fucking.
Yeah.
You know Wheels from fucking Micro
what is it?
Circus? He's got spinal bifida.
starts with it's scoliosis.
Scoliosis.
So she's got a curved bottom half of her spine.
Yeah.
So when they were trying to do the epidural, they missed 5 times because, and it wasn't until the start of the 6th time that I said, "Oh, by the way, she's got scoliosis." And the guy goes, "That's why I kept missing." He's moved over a little bit.
Do you know what happens if they fucking fuck that up?
Yeah.
For then, she still has pain in her back.
Yeah.
No, that's where I passed out because
The needle's massive, It's fucked
I
up.
didn't watch
and
that.
Didn't you?
No.
I did. I was like, fuck, that's serious.
I had one too, but it wasn't an epidural. It was a lumbar punch.
Aren't they fucking bad?
They're fucking big needles too.
I'll tell you what, if I wasn't high off my head,
Can't.
that was
Where's that go?
It's a spinal tap in your
in your
lumbar.
spine.
spinal tap too.
Yeah, so it's a spinal tap in your lumbar section of you
Yeah.
to get the spinal fluid out.
Like my mental was just like, I'm high as fuck, I can't feel a thing. My body knows about needles. Ever since then, my needle, it knows it don't like needles.
So what did they do with the shit that they get out?
Oh no, I wish I could see it at least.
They go and
They're going
test
to
it.
process it in
Oh,
there.
right.
Fucking
You know what we're
labs.
drinking? That's sort of what it looks like.
Yeah.
Spinal fluid.
You're drinking.
Yeah.
Traps your piss head cunt. BASTIN MF.
Well, you may as well get out the beer of the
You're
episode.
gonna have to.
All right, we'll take it off this subject now. While he's getting that going, one question I did have for you is: have you thought about uploading your songs to Spotify?
No.
No, why not?
Do it, cunt.
So this is why, right?
This is why I need
I've
to get
been
him
working
on.
on this. I've been waiting for you to ask.
At least tell me there's an album
rehearsed
dropping and
this
you're going to drop it
No.
on Spotify.
What I'm working on is an EP that's not professionally produced. So that's my biggest downfall because I don't have ADHD, fucking anything like that diagnosed. But 95% of my songs are written in one sitting because I get bored of them. Like, so what I'll do is I used to write because there was a lot of great artists that say, write it down on fucking paper.
Yeah.
It feels different. And it's also more reliable.
Yeah, because
Like the fact that-
sometimes you'll never remember those same lyrics and shit.
Yeah,
I've heard that
But for
before.
me, like, there's so much...
Sort of the same. Not going to lie.
Don't say that.
Well, you
They're
fucking
different.
call
They're
it
different.
in. No one even knows what we're drinking right now, Tan.
Oh, I'll wait for Trav to finish what he was saying.
Should have gave Trav fart in a can. That would've been-
I'm forward, man. I don't drink anything.
Nah, you
I'll
wouldn't
take
drink
it.
this.
Trust me,
I
dude.
promise
Trust
you.
me. My two superpowers, I can drink anything.
Yeah, well, next when you're fucking famous, cunt, we'll get you back on.
Fox
right.
pelt the Indian bathwater.
Is that what I'm going to do to come back? I'm having a great time. Anyway, and the other superpower being I can sleep anywhere. But
I'm also good at that. It literally tastes like we're drinking the same thing.
no, they're different brands. Got to respect each other's hustle. Bit more fruity.
All right, I may as well call it out now. Anyway, so
I'm fucking good here.
the new beer,
I'm gonna retire.
new beer
as
that I
co-host.
brought out is Atomic Hazy. Now, usually there's a little description, but they actually don't. on this
Atomic
one.
Hazy drives you crazy. How about that one?
There we go. Hazy sessions, easy drinking with a big juicy aroma and saturated hop flavour. It is 4.5% alcohol in a 330ml can.
That's
Well,
living.
all right. That's a good fucking drop.
Yeah, not for Tanner. He's driving home.
These are
Badger
5.8.
will come here.
They're
and pick me
5.8. I'm pretty sure I've had two of them.
Yeah, look, I'm going to say you should probably go home with Badge.
up. Just chop it up. I'll take it. Anyway, yeah.
I still got a spew in his new car.
We've all done that. Mate. I took the headrest off the other day, and I've worked on those Falcons. Like, I know them in and out.
I didn't think you can pull them out.
Oh, you can.
You can, yeah.
You try putting that fucking thing back in. That's the...
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought
God.
they were a cunt to fucking
He was
take
low-key
out.
getting pissed. I love you, dude. He was low-key getting pissed. And me and Adam's in the... I always take the back seat so I can veg out. Fucking, you know,
Yeah, why
do
not?
whatever. Have my wine, apparently. And I just kept tapping Adam on the shoulder. I'm just like, look, I'm taking off his headrest. I was that fucked that was the most funniest thing that's ever happened.
It's like you and my fucking Commodore cunt.
Hey,
I'm driving along, I look at something, look back, head units out.
I'm not even... I'm not a good passenger. I got fiddle with
And that's
shit.
when we discovered the fucking stealth mode button in the car.
True,
Had a button, no idea why, but it turned off all the fucking...
I still don't know what that fucking button does.
Neither. It was
So
just...
in the center of the roof, in the fucking VE Commodore, only on the Omega, is there's a fucking button, and you push it. It does nothing but drop the speedo, the tacho. No, it keeps the speedo, doesn't it?
No.
Drops
economy?
the whole fucking.
Drops the
dash.
whole...
Economy button?
No, it's up here where the sunglasses holder
Economy
is.
for the roof.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
It literally just shuts everything on the driver's dash off. And it's only that part.
Just turns the
It
colour button.
might
See-
be a keepsake for like.
See, the reason I thought it... The reason I thought it was because it was an old SES vehicle, and I thought maybe it might have something to do with when it was rigged up to be like with lights and
Was
stuff.
it genuine? Like,
Genuine fucking
Genuine.
button.
They wouldn't make
Nah.
that.
Well, then I don't know. But anyway, we discovered that you also needed a fucking left indicator light for your VE Commodore. Come to a stop at my driveway. I go in the house, come out. The fucking globe's just dangling by its lead because this guy's fucking.
Cut it out. Like fucking 2 seconds.
But anyway,
Where's the toilet?
we're far off topic.
Toilet.
Me what? I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Toilet.
Oh, toilet in there. Just
No,
walk
broken
out there.
Oh, you got.
Follow
You
the
gotta break
fuck
this
door and yeah, just like
I'll end up there. If not, I'll text you.
yeah, no. Literally walk out this door and go straight across.
Well, I guess we'll.
Fucking walk out the door, cunt.
And make sure you
Go
shut it. We
across.
don't want the dogs in.
Follow the fucking non-existent plaster.
We might just fucking.
That's a motherfucker.
While he goes to the toilet, we might just fucking. And I'm gonna say, we got so far off topic. We'll talk about why you haven't uploaded to Spotify yet.
Yeah,
We're
that's
halfway
right.
through.
Yeah.
Let's get back to
I remember
that.
where we're at. So, that ADHD, whatever the fucking letters are for that thing, like the attention disorder.
I don't know what AD is, but
I
I
got
got
80
80
of
called. I got 80 of them bitches.
Something like that, yeah. Right, so
A dickhead disease.
I cannot, I just can't do it. Like, that's SoundCloud, you click a button, the cunt's up. Pick a photo, it's up.
Yeah, but like Spotify is reaching more of a fucking audience.
So,
Yeah,
is
that's
it
the
that
other
you
thing.
and then I can
See,
play
for
it
me,
all the time.
but I don't, like,
Cunt, you're on Triple J. You're on Triple J today.
I
Or
don't-
Unearthed. But
it was yesterday, wasn't it?
yesterday or today, it was one of the
No,
two.
it's not.
Yesterday, yeah.
But
Because Claire, I love you, Claire. She gets me sorted, so when I drive home, I get to hear it. I love you, Claire. Anyway, the thing is,
can you not figure out how to do it? Is
no,
that
it's not that. Like, if I put my mind to it, I could.
because
I just don't care enough to. Like, that's the thing.
I'm gonna download your songs and do it for you.
You can if you want.
Because I've got the
Give me
link.
royalties though.
Tanner's just raking in fucking millions.
No, I'll do it.
That's the thing. Like, I don't care if I make it in this. Like sometimes you get into it.
Yeah,
you're like,
you might not come, but the rest of us fucking do.
Yeah, well,
He wants a Tesla.
fucking Tesla. Man. Yeah, that's what's up.
But
Send
I've-
me to the moon, cunt.
I've literally got
Send me to the moon.
because I researched this last night. I've literally got a fucking link saved here for you to be able to do it.
The Bogan Yack's gonna be my managers, eh?
We'll fucking manage it.
No, but that's the real talk though. I know that's real. I respect that, but what I'm saying is, I just don't. SoundCloud's so easy. I don't really care about making it. You know what I mean? Like back to the old.
But that's a load of shit.
Is it though?
Yes, because you upload a photo that this song's hit, 110 plays, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like a
Okay,
tiny bit
yes.
of I give a fuck.
Yes. No.
So let's say if you
no,
hit,
no, you're right.
let's say you hit 10,000 plays.
It'll be no different that if I uploaded that on any form of thing. Say if I had my own website and put it there, and
Yeah.
people played it, it would be the fact that
It's gratitude more than
it's
like,
gratitude
yeah,
more than like.
Imagine if we upload this podcast to Spotify, we wouldn't get a single fucking listener.
to SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, sorry.
I was
yeah.
going to say, we
Yeah.
do.
And that's another thing too. Why I pick SoundCloud. Yes, the number one thing is it's easy. But
Yeah.
I've got a lot of respect to the underground artists worldwide.
Who
Yeah.
start on SoundCloud?
Hey,
Who start on SoundCloud?
exactly. And like that's kind of my thing. That's kind of the underground.
There's nothing
Radio.
saying you won't fucking make it on SoundCloud. I'm just saying for my
Oh,
Well,
personal,
a lot of
like,
people
yeah,
have.
Post
Yeah.
Malone was the biggest
Yeah,
probably
yeah, fuck
come
yeah.
from SoundCloud.
You definitely can. I just like I'd like to support you a lot, but I don't use SoundCloud. That's like what I'm saying. Is
No,
like
I
fucking-
understand that too. But
The only reason I use SoundCloud is for Troy Candy's mixes every Friday
Yeah,
and yours.
hey, I'll take that. SoundCloud.
Actually, I must
Thanks.
say, what was that song you released the other day? Dover King?
Dover King. Yeah, you like
Cut.
that?
That was
Oh,
fucking such a
That
good
was.
song.
It was,
You wanna
was
know a
it?
secret?
Yeah, that was a fucking
Want to know a
banger.
secret?
Well, yeah, tell
Off
me.
the top of the dome.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
That was a
Is
fucking
that
good
freestyle?
song.
I'll tell you
That
what.
was. I was pissed off my nugget, and I got the phone. I just put it to a speaker. Are they fucked up or?
No, you keep going.
I put it to a speaker, and that's why it's really.
Yeah, right. Because I was gonna ask you that.
I was just like that,
Bluetooth connected.
Fuck me.
and I
Yeah,
just went
right.
like that. So
And the bit where I can't remember the actual fucking lyrics of it, but it was like
back
something.
to Bendigo, find me amongst all the
Yeah.
patients.
With
Find
the
me at the bar.
Oh,
the druggist
yeah.
of the patients.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
no.
yeah, and then the fucking razors bit. Oh fuck
put-
me, that was banging.
How-
Put sidechain on for a second.
The what?
Sidechain.
I forgot the actual bar, but like,
Yeah, no, it was fucking good
it was
song,
just
but
off the top.
Because, speaking of it,
It's been a while since I've just given you cunts some
should be
you gonna try and play a fucking tune, mate?
should be playing through now. If not, I'll fucking edit it in.
Yeah, music's playing.
some time to live alone.
You can see a little fucking music.
That's a good call.
But
Obviously,
that's 3G, bro.
this is why.
Because it's not even plugged in. So yeah, as you can listen right now is Bastin's tune. Is this the one where he mentions the Bogan Yack podcast?
No, it's Dover King.
Oh, it is Dover King.
Because it's an interlude, it's made.
I fucking can't remember the name. I just looked for the clown. The scary colour.
It's
The
a
fucking
piss
colour.
take, but it's like, I have a lot of interludes backed up that are just like, if I was to release a project, it would be just a middle thing to, step away
Yeah.
from the shit,
Yeah.
just have a bit of a laugh,
Alright.
and then fucking keep going.
So, sorry, as we're talking about, Dover King right now playing.
It's no wonder the Trav turned out fucked up.
Trav did this off the top of his head,
Yeah, I was pissed off in the head.
pissed off his head, and since he
That's why the quality ain't. I was literally, as the speakers here, I'm like,
Relate to what I'm
I
saying. Band
had that picking out. I had my phone, Apple iPhone sponsor me. I was I just went at it. And that's the thing, like, back to the old point, 95% of my shit is just, it's either done within half an hour to an hour, or it's just straight up. And but the biggest thing about me is,
Every night I go to bed with a devil in my head. Do I have to fucking bed? Feeling weak, I feel my
every now and then
legs.
you're gonna say like,
this Henny mixing up with all
instead
my
of
meds.
fucking,
Yeah, it
So
was
it's
meant to come.
and then I'm like, the song's ruined. So I have to.
Redo it, yeah.
we're supposed to have it set up for 3.
So I grip the Henny, grab the mic, yeah, I'm gunning now. Back to my old ways.
Well, can I actually fucking hear it?
Dinner time, cunts. This cunt is fucking hungry now. Look, he ever mad that I ever did. Quit this shit.
So
It's part of
playing
who I
now,
am. Bless his
off the
body,
top of his
fix
head,
this
it's on
shit. Trying to make
SoundCloud.
some dough. Yeah, I'm
Everyone
trying to
should
make
go
this
check
life
it
I
out
live.
because
With the
it is
fucking pain and the
fucking
trauma all
good. I
the
still
time.
reckon your best one is CD Sunday.
Ain't no
that's-
competition, I'm a
that
top,
was-
there ain't no
yeah,
faking
that
shit.
was
You a
like-
little rat.
The
I'm a
chorus was
fucking
just
eagle.
off the
I was
top.
wait. I was
And
swinging
then
in
I
the
wrote
knees.
that.
Don't try and play me. You were just a baby.
Like, I was-
See, the
I
fucking,
was actually drunk as fuck.
The fucking rushy ones, they were fucking bangers, cunt. We used to play them when we were drinking tinnies
All the time.
all the time.
Another hot take too. That's my least favorite fucking song.
Oh, I could imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's my
Anything,
biggest.
anything to do with fucking Rushworth would be
It's
shit.
like
but
it's like Tyler the Creator. His *1 song that went.
did you stop
worldwide.
that song or is
Yeah.
it still playing?
No,
Yeah.
stop it. *1 song
How
that
do I
went.
hold this thing? Huh? Does it go up or just leave it?
Just leave it because
I'll leave it.
it's
We're gonna get
fucking,
another one of these.
it's taped to it.
Tell you a
What
fucking.
the permanent third guest?
No, right. I'll tell you the fucking, I'll tell you the shit side of these. Right, you buy this caster and you can record a podcast. Anyone can, but you buy
can't-
the fucking spare microphone that they sell separately, and it doesn't plug into their own fucking caster.
So I had to buy
I don't
this.
know what that means, but fuck.
So I had to. So these
No
came.
disrespect, I'm just dumb with that shit.
These came as a kit. So this caster, this microphone, $200. That caster, that microphone, $200.
$200, yeah.
I had to buy this separately to have a microphone to plug into his fucking
Nah, that's
caster.
bullshit.
It's who the fuck makes a microphone that doesn't plug in your
Whatever
own
this
I
shit?
can't
brand
even-
is, whatever this brand is, sponsor them.
Yeah, fucking,
Just send us a microphone.
Or two.
I've got a different one here.
4.
I'll just buy a third caster, eh? And sell the,
No.
sell the caster.
They will give you one.
Sell the caster to Pico because he wants to do a podcast. We'll
He
just
does,
keep the
yeah,
microphone.
True.
Good on him.
I fucking I don't, you probably didn't see it, but
I've seen a bit of that podcast, the last one. If that's
oh yeah, no, not the podcast. I'm talking about something else. Some cunts have found a fucking reef out at Rushy again. So
Oh,
they were like being unnamed, so they found a reef of gold, and they won't fucking say who it is and where it is. But they said it's off Balaclava, but it's deep.
What are you doing tonight?
I already know where it is. So I've literally been there. They've found it from the top, and we found it from the bottom.
Is it the same
Last time
ones?
I've seen something like that. A creeper blew up next to me and killed me.
Yeah, well, look,
still
I wish
dying
that
and
could
shit.
happen, so we didn't have to abseil down. But tomorrow night we're abseiling down. So we're literally, I'm not talking a word of a lie. Tomorrow night we're
What are you talking
abseiling
about?
down.
Me buying you a Tesla? You fucking get that shit. You get a Tesla. Fuck man.
No, if I find some gold cut, yeah, I'll
I've
buy
got
us
to
all a
spit some
Tesla.
shit,
but-
then you just gotta fucking repel down. Respect. Nah.
Hey, at least I'm serious about it. You said you weren't even serious about buying me a Tesla.
Oh, it was,
You said you weren't serious about your rap career. That's you're
I'm-
not serious about buying me a Tesla.
I'm still not. Like, this is the thing. Can I say about this?
You can
Talk
say
whatever
whatever
the
you want.
fuck you want, cut.
The accent thing, right? I've grown up. I don't like Aussie rap. For
But-
the most part, there's great artists, there's great songs. Not for me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Triple
But
one.
in saying that, there's not many great Aussie rappers.
Exactly, right? But
Tupac.
I started out, the very first song I ever did, this was like not the mental shit. It didn't have a purpose. It was me putting it on and just fucking having fun with it. I spoke like I was black in America.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I would rap in that style. And I'm just like, this is fucked, cunt. So I think that...
Why? Because they're black.
No, cunt. That, I'm white. No, the thing was, like, if I was supposed to rap like that, I would have been born there.
True.
So I'm like, you know what? I'll just rap whatever I sound like.
Yeah, the way you are, yeah.
You know, and then, look, if it, like I said, the start of it, I was like, you know, I'll release it because it helped my mental health. And then, you know, if something happens, it happens. But
Yeah.
and I'm still trying to get past that thing, even though I can't walk through Rushy anymore. Because they'll all say, "Basta motherfucker." It was good when I used to go to the pub though. I had to pay for one fucking drink. Like,
That's when you know you've made it.
in a small town.
I
Fucking,
bet you didn't get that from the bottom pub considering you fucking
fuck
picked on
that
liquor.
pub. Hey, fuck that pub. I didn't do shit. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like,
You did say on like a public fucking platform that no one likes Andy.
I'm gonna say it again. Who
Speaking
likes
the
Andy?
fucking truth. Yeah, speaking the truth. Let's
I
be
speak
honest.
the truth. Like,
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Unless I'm doing a silly interlude song, like I was mentioning before, my shit's real. Like, no shit. I won't say a bar that is just bullshit.
Yeah, but you don't fucking need to please every cunt.
I don't care if I
Yeah,
please them. I'm just saying
that's-
it's me.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. But like, who gives a fuck if you offend like Andy at the pub, the bottom pub? So it's not going to affect the rest of your life. Like,
I had cunts pulling up to mum and dad's house playing this shit out the window. And
I'm
dad's
pretty
going,
sure I was
"What
one.
the fuck?"
it was a banger cunt. It
Pretty
was
sure
so
I was
good.
one of them every time I picked you up
Yeah,
so we
no,
can go get on the beers.
It was fuck- it
You
was
were
so
the
good.
cunt at the pub to say make a rap about Rushy.
Actually, that was a fucking... When we were at the pub that
Yeah.
time, and I heard you freestyle for the first time, because like, it was like, oh yeah, Trav's like doing rap, and it's just like, oh yeah, whatever, cunt. And then I heard him freestyle, I was like, what the fuck, cunt? Where did this even come from?
It's a different
Like,
part of the brain. hey?
yeah, I was like, that's
See-
so good. And then everyone else was like, all right, now it's your turn. I was like fuck, cunt, there's no way I could do
See,
that.
the problem is you're good at it and you don't want to make a career out of it.
That's the thing. So, like, if a career happened, I'm wrapped for that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sitting there going, oh,
You're not
every
gonna
night
try and
going,
force
"Fuck,
it."
I need to make
Yeah,
this
yeah,
fucking
fuck,
thing
no
happen."
point sweating
I'm not
over it.
relying
Like,
on it. Like, so if it happens, fuck, I'm all for it.
You know
I'll live
how it
that
might
life.
happen?
Put on Spotify.
Put it on Spotify.
actually, you know what would happen if you made a song one day and some
TikTok?
cunt uses it on TikTok?
I watch your shit.
It'd be
I've heard
fucked.
it,
So
I've
you-
got 10,000 people we can reach out to on TikTok. We could do this.
Yeah, whatever that. Yeah,
Just
that's
upload it as a sound to TikTok and we'll just use it for every video we upload.
It's like, it needs. It's
But
weird though.
I mean,
It needs
if
to
I
be.
do that, I'm going to be in the mentality of I'm doing this just for TikTok.
Nah,
it'll be fucking shit.
you can't do it like I'm gonna make it. It has to be like
Naturally.
say, I listen to it. I'm like, fuck, that's good, and you show someone else. They're like, fuck, that is good. And if you get multiple people thinking it, normally everyone's gonna think the fucking same thing.
Yeah.
That's what I've found on TikTok. So if you're playing it, like say just in the background, and I'm doing a fucking video, and some cunt's like, what's that song? You're like, fuck, there's some cunt listening to it, and then it just like takes off from there.
If some Sheila can make a song that just goes body yaddy 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 yaddy, I'm pretty sure you can make it.
That's a good point.
Like,
I have over 2,500 songs on my phone, and about 200 of them I don't release to anyone.
Yeah.
Because they're my good quality shit.
So that's
if
what
you
I
were
want
to
to
make
know
an
is,
album,
do you like? How do you record your songs? Is it on like
there's
this?
some. Okay. Back to the thing in my head about the attention span. If I dedicate a day to making songs, I'll make them sound mint. Right? Most of the time, I don't give a fuck. I just want to just have a laugh and like.
Do you reckon that's where it's holding you back though?
Of course.
Yeah.
Because like, if I had that mentality of going, I need to make this good,
Proper, yeah.
then I will. Then
so what do you record it on?
well, I normally have a mic going through to my Mac and using different programs and stuff.
Yeah, so it's not bad.
I don't mix it. That's the killer with rap music.
Which I have said that to you
Yes, of
before.
course,
I was
yeah.
like,
I don't vocally or producer like noise,
yeah.
for lack of a better word, mix it.
Because I have said
I
that.
can't do it. If I dedicate a day to it, I can get like my last song, Struggling, was done mixed.
Yeah.
Right? It sounds great. And I don't release it without listening to it on a car radio, on the phone, through headset, through an app on a console.
Yep.
That's every range. I won't do it if I care enough about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. And the thing is, I just can't, I need like a manager or someone to say like, bro, like...
You need a fucking
You need someone
label
to do it for you. Because like
I do.
the podcast, I fucking can't sit there and edit it because I lose my brain. But this can't just
See,
does it, like,
I love doing that shit. I've always loved editing.
I can't do it, man.
yeah,
Like
I'm the same.
I'm not fucking great at it. I'm
You don't have to
nowhere.
be fucking
See,
substantial.
I'm nowhere good at it, but I love doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like I could spend hours and hours a day. Like for instance, Taylor, who literally had to do it for a fucking class through uni. I could spend hours and hours a day learning every single fucking thing and be
about it,
awesome at it. But then I might lose interest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
See, now I enjoy it and I do it because, we're putting this out on YouTube. I love fucking doing it.
Yeah. I need someone like that shit because it's not a fault on...
You just need a producer.
I just don't, I can't do
It's
it.
hard, but because you don't want to pay some kind
Oh,
of do it
I've
when-
paid a couple times and
Yeah,
the product
it's-
was not much better than
Yeah,
what I
exactly.
could do
What
if
you
I
did.
applied myself.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's
But
where it comes
I
down.
made a
But
couple
at the s-
beats and it's, fuck, it doesn't get me off. Like,
But
Yeah.
at the same time, you think about it, like, for instance,
That's
a lot of people hate this person, but at the same time, a lot of people also love them.
oh, don't say it.
Tones and I.
Oh, no, respect.
See, I
respect,
like
she-
Tones and I,
Upper
but yeah.
respect.
You
That is-
don't.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
She
see, I
found
do.
such a niche for it,
She
whatever that
did.
science word is. No, good on
Yeah,
her.
and
Yep.
like her voice and everything is
It's
second.
different. That's why it's
unique.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
unique,
unique. But she
my voice
she
unique?
wrote, she produced, she
That,
performed.
well, you're like you said, your accent's unique.
Thanks.
But she wrote, she produced, she performed all herself. Like did everything herself, just put it out onto Triple J on Earth like you have, and it just fucking blew up to the point where she was playing Splendor in the Grass as an opening line in 6 months.
Yeah, but she
Motherfucker,
was
she's at
busking
fucking
too.
Coachella. Like,
Yeah.
type of shit.
Yeah.
It's a
And
biggest shit of
she
our
is a
current
fucking,
generation.
no matter how much hate she gets,
No, good
she's
on
a
her.
fucking great artist.
Yeah.
And
Fuck, man.
everyone you hate, right? For the most part, like the rap thing is savage, right?
Yeah.
The rap game more
Yeah,
American, but it is savage, right? The worst rapper I can think of, on the right night, on the right occasion, they have a nice song, right? You got to put that personality aside from them too, because I'm going to bring it up. I said I wasn't going to bring it up, but the 50 Cent thing, that cunt come out, he was so hated.
Yeah.
He was if he come out today, he'd be in the likes of who's a really hated cunt. Like
Island Boys.
Nah, not that.
without
Actual
social
musician.
media.
Yeah,
No,
actual musician.
without social media though. He
Yeah.
6'9".
Probably.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
6'9". That
He'd
cunt
be,
come out.
he'd be above him, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be in that range. Yeah.
But that hatred is just, and every cunt forgets about it. That cunt come out in 2002 and ran the game to 07.
Yeah.
Like not just, oh yeah, like he's got a hit every night. He ran it.
Yeah.
Like in the camp of Eminem, he ran it.
Yeah.
And
Eminem wanted to retire because of what he was doing. He's like, I don't need to work.
Yeah.
yeah, and another reason he didn't need to work is because he signed 50.
Exactly. Yes, and he was getting however it works, but he was part of that.
And that's why him and 50 have
Recipe.
so much respect for each other.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about Eminem now.
Oh, here we go. Eminem now is different though. Yeah,
the
let's
only,
go. Let's go.
Eminem
Fuck
was
the kill
fucking
shot.
great. He's still like
It's because he's off the drugs.
He's a robot.
It's
now.
not even that,
No,
but like
he's a
his
robot.
shit. You know how he splits words and that to make another word. His new songs are starting to just
No.
be like, "Come, what are you even talking about?"
No, it's not. So the same thing. If he's just saying a punchline or a thing just to say it, you can't say that because back in the day you used to do it. Thing is now he just goes, "Brr, dang, man." His vocal puts you to sleep.
Yeah,
He's such a robot, and most of his verses are cut up, edited together.
throwing together. Yeah,
Because when he does them live,
'Cause he
has a
refuses
hype
to
man
use
just go,
fucking,
"Brr."
what's it? Auto tune. He refuses to use that too. And
Yeah, but he
fuck-
has done it,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck
and
it,
it's
yeah.
bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
See, his first original, like,
You know where I first fucking noticed it?
okay,
Yeah,
you
here it is,
gotta,
here it is, here
you
it
gotta
is.
do that. MGK got dissed that fucking bad. He's now doing.
change his genre.
It
No.
changed his genre. He's
I
not
don't
even
give
a
a
rapper
fuck what
anymore.
anyone says. MGK is fucking awesome. Fucking, I
See,
love MGK's songs.
see,
I
the
don't
thing
care.
is-
Pick that shit, pick
The
that shit
thing is, before he decided to pick a diss war with Eminem, I actually enjoyed his fucking
that
music.
didn't make
up.
him though.
For yourself, I can't speak on.
Cunt,
Yeah.
Eminem just fucking MGK destroyed
No,
Eminem
yes,
in
God.
that.
Wait, do
No.
this
So,
to the fucking camera.
see, I don't disagree with that. His diss track was actually
Better.
fucking
Way
good.
better.
It was fucking good. I don't disagree with that.
Here we go.
But
You're
you,
talking to a man that fucking listened to a "We Are Not Alike" from Eminem to start with, and then MGK brought out his, and then Eminem brought out his, and I was like,
see,
I'll never
the
forget
thing,
the day I heard
the
Rap
thing
Devil.
I didn't like about MGK was that he switched genres and now he's trying to cover songs from other artists.
You know what?
That's
If you-
what's put me off MGK.
"What the fuck do you mean? Have
Okay.
you heard fucking MGK's
Okay,
fucking?"
2005 to 2012, he come out as a punk rock artist.
Yes, I know.
That's what. So in his roots,
He was a punk rock artist. But
so he's just
what's turned me off for him is he tried to cover Linkin Park, destroyed the
That
song.
wasn't the best.
No,
I
no,
will
but
admit
it's
that.
not a cover. Like, sorry, it's obviously a cover. It's not a trying to be better than him. It was a, what's the word? A tribute. Whether he did it justice doesn't matter. He was just
His
taken.
vocal
you can't
range.
do that song. 100%.
Yeah.
No, that's what's put me off MGK.
I will
100%,
get that.
100%.
That song
See,
wasn't
I'll-
ideal.
No, it doesn't.
See,
yeah.
that's why when he's after he got dissed, after he dissed M and then M dissed him,
That did come out before the beef, though.
that cover did it.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually didn't know that, so
Yeah.
thank you for that. But anyway,
I got you.
after he
I got you.
after the beef happened,
Sign me, cunt. Sign me. I'm at Cleveland. I don't care.
after the beef happened and all that shit, and he's obviously switched back to his original roots, going back to punk rock. The songs he first brought out, I thought were fucking great.
Can you name a song off the top of your head or not?
I've got it saved on my Spotify playlist because I listen to it that fucking often.
Yeah, right. He also, as much as I love him, the EP he released at the height, like within the week after the thing, Binge, was, what's the word? Like, it was mistaken as a clap back to the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just released at the wrong time.
Yeah, yeah.
This was produced, recorded way before it.
But
he shouldn't have released
people
it.
are retarded if they think they're just going to go backwards and forwards for the rest of their life. Like,
You know, and the other thing
it's
too
lucky
is,
that Eminem even
I've seen
did
this
something.
1,000 times when I get embezzled in this fucking rap shit. They fucking probably talk to each other.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. They
Because
would have to.
MGK is labelled under Interscope.
Interscope
is just, it runs everything.
Yeah.
They have to have crossed paths or
It's
even talk
yeah.
to it. And you don't look at that as say, oh, that's how it goes. You look at their features, right? My boy Tech 9
Yeah.
loved both of them.
Oh, don't get me started on Tech 9.
You don't like Tech 9.
Not since he did a song with The Rock.
That song's hard.
Cunt, that song fucking, like,
The
that made
Rock-
them a
The Rock
lot.
is
Rock's-
one of the best. My boy King ISO also signed me. Strange Music, I've also got that tattoo.
You're fucked, cunt.
ISO, I tell you what,
I
he's the third guy. Oh, motherfucker, you ain't ever heard a rapper before you heard him.
That
The
song-
Rock.
Do you know how much that, talking about TikTok and dominating TikTok?
Yeah, I know. It's dominated TikTok for the fact that everyone was making fun of The Rock doing rap.
No,
But it was a fire song.
that was fucking
The rest of the song was.
ISO fucking.
The Rock's
killed it.
fucking
okay, I'll
verse.
give you that. It was.
It's
you
weird.
could tell he's not weird. Yes, it was different.
He
yes, of
not
course.
only
I'll
that,
give you
he didn't like
The vibe I got when
So-
I heard the song was I thought it was something that The Rock
Bravo,
recorded
they
when
got
he
taken off by
wrestled.
Soul.
so when
That's what I thought.
ISO.
so when so I'll start off. I am not a rapper. I'm not a fucking producer or anything like that. So this is a disclaimer. But when The Rock brought out that verse and it went everywhere,
We stay hungry, we devour.
it should have been done differently.
Put in the work, put in the hour.
It sounded like he was trying to squish whole bars in.
Because he's not a natural. Like he's not made to do that.
No,
No,
and
I'm
so
with you
that's
there.
that's what threw me off. So I do love Tech 9.
Oh, Tech 9 is fucking fire. That
But
I'll
what's
tell you
thrown
what.
me off, and it's the same, like, I'll listen to artist after artist. I can listen to the fucking Wiggles. And if they bring out a song that has something to do with, for instance, the Puppet song, I start hating on the Wiggles.
In all fairness, you said that Wiggles did really good winning fucking Hottest 100 and it was fucking garbage song.
No, the song they chose wasn't good, but they did well with that song, is what I said.
Fucking, it was
Just real
absolute
quick,
garbage.
real quick too, the Tech 9 thing, that cunt has been independent ever since he started. He had many chances to join big labels, get big money, but he wanted to stay true to himself. What's the harm in him seeing someone like the fucking Rock and saying, oh, look, if I can get him on a thing,
Yeah,
This is
let's
gonna be
fucking
good
do
for me.
it.
See, the thing is,
then
the
that's what he did.
Rock's voice fitted the song.
It's-
I reckon it fit the song, but it was his bar placement. Like his words in each bar could have been done a little bit differently.
Banging with strange.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
swear
it
to God.
just, I think he was just trying to use the Rock's fucking fan base, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, of course.
It's
And-
just massive. So.
which
Oh.
is no different than. Oh, what's
Oh,
another
fuck, I'll do the
example?
same.
Yeah, all celebrities and artists do
MGK at
it.
the time got Camila Cabello, however you say that shit,
And
made bad
like
things.
Halsey and
Yeah,
shit.
and
fucking
just
too.
or Halsey, they were both quite established at the time.
Yeah,
whereas
but you're
he
using a
before-
different like
Oh, yeah, of course.
market of each
and
thing.
then they get both of them. So different than fucking Post Malone. He was the big one, and then he'll get fuck it. I feel like street. Let's get YG on here.
Yeah,
You know that, and he knows what it's like to start out.
and fucking Eminem using Juice WRLD and shit, like fucking.
Oh
Actually,
No,
It was
Godzilla is actually a good song.
no, it's not.
I'm gonna agree with Tanner on this one. It was a pretty
Okay.
good song. He
Last
only
verse,
did that
last
to
verse.
win back the world
Last
record.
verse.
He was trying to beat his record, and you could tell that he was.
That's why it's fucked.
Yeah, he only
Yes.
released that to win
If-
that
Without
record.
that, great song.
If you cut out the rest, his fucking anecdotes, his metaphors, his similes, and all that throughout the song are
the
fucking
best
second.
at it.
Oh,
If
but-
you want to talk about wordplay and lyricism, he's best at it.
that's why he's been labelled the GOAT.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
when he sounds like this, I'm gonna
Yeah.
run
His
Yeah,
latest-
yeah. And he talks about mumble rappers, hate mumble rappers. It's like, bro, like,
I want to smack it.
And then
Yeah.
he brought out a song,
exactly,
I can't,
I agree with that.
unaccommodating, had a fucking mumble rapper on it. And in the same song, he was talking about how he hates mumble rappers.
Same thing he did in 2009 album Recovery No Love, his verse is pretty much directed at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's the first feature on the song. That's a thing he does to say, yeah, I'll be on a song with you, I'm dissing the fuck out of you.
But at the same time, he said in multiple interviews and in one of his songs in Kamikaze, I can't remember it.
Great album.
He actually
That's a good album.
he actually has respect for Lil Wayne
to kill him.
Yeah, he does, and even since
because he was the first one. Because he was the first one to create that genre of rap. Like he's the first one of his kind to sound like that.
Lil Wayne, tell you what, I don't like this shit. I don't like that shit.
I don't like
The
his
motherfucker
voice,
can spit.
Yeah.
He can spit.
It's the
When
way he says it.
When he
Exactly.
talks in general, I don't like the way he talks. But he can sing.
Weezy F, baby.
The motherfuckers that jumped over me, they were whiter than snow.
I remember
Where he got shot.
Where he
I
got
was at the cricket.
where he doesn't believe racism
Yeah,
exists.
he got shot.
and
I know a
cop
white name motherfucker, Uncle Bob. That's what I know.
I was like, Lil Wayne. I didn't know what to say shit.
So
Weezy F, baby. Fuck that shit.
So future aspects, you reckon you're going to end up on Spotify?
Oh, look, if some cunt will do it for me.
Where do you
No,
see
look-
yourself in 5 years?
I would do it for you tomorrow if you'd let me.
If I, oh, fucking hell.
That's what I want to know. In 5 years' time, and you continue this rap shit, which I thought you were going to stop for a while, but you had the
I
little
did
one.
stop for a while.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I
but-
actually stopped.
yeah.
Like I've said, no. I even made the last song, put it out for a bit, said no,
Yeah.
goodbye.
yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be then. Trust me. I know this shit.
No, like I'll always.
If
I'll
this cunt
always
makes
do
it one day and forgets us, I'm going to stab him.
This is your first ever interview, so you better not.
I'm going to
We've just
fucking...
been talking shit.
I'm
Bro.
going to
Doesn't matter,
fucking
counts as an
Lee
interview.
Harvey Oswald this cunt if he forgets us.
That become the Sean Kennedy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You'll be getting transferred between jails and I'll fucking shoot you.
No,
cunt.
that's alright. Like,
What's the cut that shot fucking Lincoln? Oh, I can't remember his
some
name.
cunt did shoot Lincoln.
Yeah, I can't remember his
Oh.
fucking name. I know.
No, honestly, like 5 years, if it happens, it happens. Type of shit.
Well, let's be honest. Like, you're getting played on Triple J.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good, like a good start.
I'm wrapped for it.
There can
If
only...
it happens, I'm wrapped for it.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there going, oh, I'm trying to fucking get Triple
Yeah,
J.
yeah, fuck
Shout
it.
out Claire. Yeah, Triple J, I'm not going to make it. I've never given up because of my quality. I've never given up because I don't think I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
I'm always going to make music.
Yeah.
That's just how it
That's,
is.
well, like you
I
said
could
at
be
the
rolling
start.
into Latina women's in fucking my own island and getting drunk on Henny. I don't care. I'm a
Like you said at the start, that's your way of coping. That's why you do it. So
that was at the start, but now it's just.
it's a thing to do?
It's a
or
thing.
Yeah.
And if I'm really fucked up, then like struggling, that's my last song. That really good production.
Because I have heard some lyrics in some of the new stuff where I'm like, whoa, that's fucking hitting hard.
I'm trying to get a bit of punchlines, like for an example.
like you see like
Your
a
metaphors,
few little sneakies,
yeah,
punches, and I'm like, I know what that's
like for
referring
an
to.
example, like this is the one. Fuck, I don't even remember what song. In the interlude, I'm just like
Interlude.
no,
Not
interlude. I call it because it's funny.
I just thought you were drunk.
I was. I'll be just like interlude. I'm like, but I'm kind of interlude, but it doesn't matter, right? I'll be just like, Sykes phone. Best believe I'm ringing the cunt. Man, fuck up +1. I'm not bringing a cunt.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny, and then it'd be, like, I'll throw them in every now and then. Whereas like earlier on, I wouldn't even think about it. I'm like, if it comes out, it comes out.
But see,
Yeah.
that just shows your progress as
Oh,
Like,
my
getting-
voice is the thing though. Back to the 3-6-1-2 thing. I was going like,
yeah, try.
you sound like you're trying to project it
'cause I
too
was.
much.
But
Yeah.
that, a lot of the thing was because of the energy I had in my mind trying to release. Whereas now I'm fucking.
See,
chill.
my biggest thing is like, even with this podcast, I'm like, I don't always want a positive review. I want something that some cunt's like, this
I need
fucking
that
sucks, cunt. Like,
I need that shit.
fix this shit.
First thing I'm
Or,
gonna do when I hear that,
Like
is
our
go
audio.
write some shit down.
that's what I said to you the other day. I'm like,
first thing I did was
I
write
love your
struggling.
shit, but you're like rapping over music, not with it. Like, it's not like tied in with it.
No,
like,
I wrote struggling like
yes.
within a couple of days, and that's more of a. It's a mental health one, but it's kind of like not my personal thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a. If someone can relate to this, it'd be great. Like I'm really
Yeah,
proud
yeah.
of that song. That's
Yep.
production is there.
Mm.
You know,
All I can say is don't release it on a day where it's a thing to do. Like we said at the start,
Are you
like
okay?
are you okay? That's like,
I'll
put this
that
song
shit
out.
out that afternoon.
Yeah, at least you can't say it. Like
Yeah.
someone's like, he's only doing it for fucking clout or whatever. You can be like, fuck off, cunt. I released this fucking 6 months ago or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been going for an hour and 10. Fucking
not too
tiny
bad.
episode.
Can we break
mate.
the remix or remix? What the fuck was I saying?
I don't know.
Remix?
Break the previous record?
Oh, you want to break the record?
Oh,
What
fucking-
was Pico's? Only an hour and a half. That can't
92 minutes, so
He's
an
a
hour and
fucking
32.
cluey boy. He's fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is, and he is smart and switch on. And honestly, listening to it, because I grew up with Pico and I spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
May have also been one of the people that picked on him, but wasn't as bad because I was
Wasn't
also
malicious. eh?
because I was still younger than him. But I'd say
That's the thing. Like, kids say some shit, but I was at footy training and like
he got it
I
real
was-
bad.
Yeah, I was never a
But-
person to pick on someone, but I will happily admit I never stood up for him either.
Yeah, and I was the same.
So-
and
Token has a really good song about it.
but I forgot
Sign me.
how
Shout-
smart he
shout-
actually was. And like I've got a lot of time for Pico now because how much he has changed and fucking made himself now.
Dude, if you fucking need money advice, that cunt is on it. He's fucking.
Oh, he's fucking so smart.
He's a hard
me up,
fucking
best
worker. Best
Sponsor me.
motherfucker.
Can I piss?
Yeah, go piss.
You need to
Yes,
piss
and then-
again.
I broke the seal.
So we've covered what inspired you and
50
reason why you haven't uploaded to Spotify and stuff like that. But
Yeah. And the 5 years thing, did I answer that? I don't remember.
yeah, you did. Yeah.
Did we really? Like,
No, he didn't. He didn't tell me where he was going to
in
be.
5 years.
Are you still going to be at jail, Ford?
Yeah.
You reckon you will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could be releasing shit. I love JL Ford.
Yeah.
It's not even because of my dad. I love everyone there. Like,
So
Gives us a beer, would ya?
did you start out as a mechanic?
yeah. Motherfucker.
Oh no, you fucking ginger beer.
And if you didn't see that, that's the first taxi on this fucking podcast. And it wasn't even Tanner.
What about a taxi gonna get me home? Gun.
Badger the taxi.
Backsy.
Backseat.
Nah, yeah, no, like
So, yeah, where'd you start out?
I was just an apprentice mechanic. Well, actually, I started out as like a work experience kid, and then to get me, get the sign-off sheet done in year 8 or year 9, whatever it was, for
Yeah.
work experience. I didn't develop a passion for
perfectly
it either.
hold a
It was a job. Like,
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask you. I was
I
like,
don't give a fuck about no cars, to be honest.
yeah, that was like, I never remember Trav being like into cars
I'm
when
not.
we were in
No,
school and that.
I'm not. No. It was a job. I enjoyed the job.
It was
not
just money and fucking, that's what it is.
It's just a job, man. Like,
Should've given me
whereas spare parts, like, I like spare parts.
I like having shit.
I like having shit. I like stocking shit. I like buying shit. I like selling shit.
Yeah.
But at the event that I say overnight, I turn into fucking God knows
Can
what.
fucking happen.
Not to me.
You fucking never know.
The only thing that does get me mentally was in my last song, I said, fuck this whole rap shit. If I ever was going to make it, it would have already happened.
Yeah.
But people go for 10, 15 years before.
Yeah,
like,
before it hits. Yeah.
seriously, I've only been doing this since.
So let's say, right, you wake up one morning and you're like, fuck me, I've got a lot of shit going on right
Well,
now.
a lot
Like,
of shit or money comes straight in.
no, like money's obviously not going to come straight in, but
Yeah.
let's say you wake up to fucking 150,000 plays on SoundCloud and
Yeah.
you wake up the next morning and it's at 1 million.
I'd freak the fuck out. I'd
Um,
take my shirt off, run around my house.
obviously you're going to get,
Yeah.
obviously you're going to get like,
While having a dart.
you're going to
Don't
get
speak
cunts
about
running
darts.
at you with offers here, there and everywhere.
Yeah.
Like on the radio, blah, blah, blah. Let's say you sign a contract for $1 million. Where's the first move for Bastin?
Buying you a Tesla.
It's obviously, apart from that.
Right, the money coming in.
Like, are we talking, are we leaving Australia to chase
No.
music overseas or are
Oh,
we?
Maybe down the line, but what I need to do first, and 50 Cent, my boy signed me. What he taught me first is make sure there is no internal conflict and develop a team that you trust, but not only trust, that you can fucking go home and
And no, everything's done.
know everything's done, but also saying, I've got an issue, dude. I can't get this out. Can we fucking
Fix it.
Well, can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
console me?
Yeah.
You know, so what the first thing I'll do is contact some boys in Melbourne, get my my team, my local team, like the ones who I think could fill a position. Fuck yeah. Bastard motherfucker. Can fill a position, but also be there for, because I can't trust fuck all people.
Yeah.
So the first people I'm going to rely on is ones I've grown up with, and the ones I know. If I think in my mind I've already got these people kind of,
Sorted
there if
out.
it happen.
And keep it to yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I always will. Even when I'm blind, I won't release that shit. But what I would do is I'll develop a team that could, like, locally can help me out. Like if we're talking $1 million.
Because you can always peak too, and like just
And
tomorrow
drop
be
the
dead.
fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, for example,
I got broads in Atlanta. Twisted up Linda.
Yeah.
Where did that come?
that
Yeah.
but like Mike Posner. Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway, fuck
But,
you, designer, don't sign me. What is that one?
Mike Posner, the singer that wrote "Cooler Than Me."
The motherfucker.
He had
he
it.
drop off, did he?
He had-
PC.
So
Roll the windows up when I get in the car.
he had a couple of songs.
Is that his second one? Because I don't know that
So
one.
he had a couple of songs. "Cooler Than Me" was worldwide. Everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, had a couple of songs, did some tours, and then brought out another record after it. No one fucking liked it. He just dropped off. And he literally dropped off the face to where he went over to somewhere where Avicii was playing. And Avicii knew him because of "Cooler Than Me."
That
And
motherfucker. I forgot he wrote that song.
and he's
It's a banger.
and he's like Avicii's like, "Oh, you want to come to Ibiza?"
Took a pill in Ibiza.
To say to Avicii, to prove to Avicii I was cool. Yeah.
And followed
and-
up lyrics.
And so he
Sign me.
he went to Ibiza because Avicii was playing a massive show there.
Rest in
And,
peace, hey.
and people were literally...
Didn't even know the cup was dead.
Avicii. Yeah, God bless the dead.
Avicii's dead.
That's another thing I want to speak on too.
But this guy came up to Mike Posner, didn't even know who he was, and just said, "You want a pill?" And he was just like, "Yeah, okay," and took it. And took
And then made a song out of it.
made a song out of it. But the funniest part about that is since that song came out and a couple of songs after it, he's climbed Mount Everest. He's walked from the east coast to the west coast of America.
This might be.
See,
Yeah.
that's impressive. Climbing Everest is no longer impressive.
No, but he's
Fuck, I'd kill to fucking climb that shit.
but
Fuck
he's
no,
walked
it's
east,
like
east to
200
west
cunts
coast.
a year that do it now.
I want to be 201.
But like he got to a point in his life, like he made money to support himself enough to do what he wanted to do, and he just heard that someone was like, "Oh, I walked east to west coast of America," and he's just like, "How do I do it?" Figured it out and walked. He literally stood in the tide of the ocean on the east coast and walked until he got to the tide of the ocean on the west coast of America.
Yeah, that's commitment. That's fucking.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty badass.
I want to walk that Kokoda trail one day.
Kokoda would be good.
Be
Oh,
pretty
Yeah.
fuck
tough.
the diseases. I've had them all already.
I don't think you get chlamydia in fucking the middle of the forest, but you
Can I
never
tell my
know.
nut story? Like,
Yeah, fucking tell it all. I don't
alright,
care.
so, I was single at the time and had a bit of a lump develop, which I remember actually messaging you about.
Yeah, I think I can remember that actually. Yeah, I do remember
This
that.
was
yeah.
when we weren't that. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. I messaged you saying, "Oh, should I get this checked out?" And fucking, you're like, "Yeah, of course." Like, get it.
I've
checked
had
out.
cancer get checked.
Yeah,
like,
get it checked.
How much you want?
I went to go there. I'm sorry, I went there, and then I'll never forget. It still makes me tingle when they fucking just knowing what they did. Like they grab my nuts and they feel it. I had a pea on my left nut, like a pea-sized lump,
Yep.
right? And I'll never forget this fucking day. They put it in there and they went like this,
Oh,
like you were rubbing you know what I mean, like fucking whatever that means.
like fucking rolling a ciggy up.
Yes, like that, right? Or you got oil on your finger, but you can't be wiping it. You just fucking whatever, right? I'm like, oh, what is this shit? So they tested me for all that shit. I was clear. It took a week for them to get back to me.
Fuck.
But they were just
You
saying,
were been
when was the
stressing
last
the
time you
fuck
had
out.
sex? I'm like, motherfucker, I've been pushing a couple of months. Like, what the fuck has my hand got me doing? Like, type of shit. And then it was an absence. Yeah, absence.
Fuck, that's
And
like
they put
yeah.
a needle in,
Oh, no.
That didn't hurt as much as them fucking sitting there playing with the fucking cunt.
What?
No. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It got rid of it.
Can't.
How did we get onto that one?
How the fuck did you get away with that? That's what I want to know. What if I had that and I just all I needed was a needle and not my nut taken out?
No, they did all scans and shit.
Imagine having a fucking marble put in as a real nut.
Cunt, do you know the worst pain I've ever felt in my life?
Oh, I'm gonna...
And T, if you're listening to this, fuck
Get
you.
your shit checked the fuck out.
Yeah, get your nuts checked. If you fucking feel a lump, get it checked, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
Wait,
like
wait, who's T?
she's one of my friends. Anyway, so
Upper T.
I'm pretty sure it was T. I reckon it was. Yeah. Anyway, we'll call it T. And she asked to feel me fake nut, which a lot of people do. Everyone fucking has.
What's it made out of?
If you squeeze a bouncy ball, that's exactly what it feels like.
Cunt.
So,
Oh no, it fucking makes me feel weird.
so
And
anyway,
I felt it.
I forget I've got it. I forget I've got it. Anyway,
Bogan Yack.
T fucking goes to grab me fucking fake nut. We were drinking cans and I was fucking blind and she grabbed it. And you know when you like pull a popcorn seed out of your mouth and you squeeze it and you launch it across the room? That's what she fucking did to my sack. She grabbed the corner of my fucking nut and fucking full blown launched it up like a 12 gauge shotgun into me gut. Fucking worst pain ever. It was horrible.
Oh, fucking hell.
It was bad. Yeah, just like squeezed it like a little popcorn seed, fucking straight up there.
Fuck that shit.
I'd fucking rather a needle, I reckon. Yeah, I
I'm
think
about to
about
pee
it.
myself.
Go back to seal. I'll come back to something I mentioned before.
Yeah, you two
No, you go pee and then I can pee because I'm about to like I have to crack a hard on so I can store more piss.
Respect. Respect. That's the motherfucker.
It's a theory. That's
Alright,
the
so
motherfucker.
I'm going to say something I said I'll come back to, and that is deaths in rap, right?
Juice WRLD's still alive.
What?
Just saying.
Just
Just
say
saying.
that Tupac is in Cuba shit.
No. He's dead as fucking. Jada still loves him.
You reckon, is that actually what you think? Is Juice WRLD still alive?
Yeah, have you fucking heard the
I
theory
have
of it?
heard the things, but I just cannot accept it.
Like, there's so, like, I know it
Just
sounds
explain
stupid.
it. Just explain it.
So, well, I'm going to fucking forget shit, but one of his
I'll
songs
forgive you.
was 27 Forever or something. Like, there's something
Yeah,
about
the Forever Club.
Yeah,
Sorry, the 27.
the 27 Club.
Yeah.
So, like, he sings, and then he put a tweet out in, like, before he could become famous, and he said, I'm going to be,
The 27 Club.
yeah, he said, I'm going to be lit for a few years and then drop off. That was his tweet before he even become famous. And then, if you look at his album cover, the way it's laid out,
What album is this?
I'll have to Google it to fucking tell you
I can
like
tell
genuine
you-
facts.
So the Good Riddance album, the one with I still see shadows in my room. That one?
I don't know the
reason I
cunt's
don't
name,
sing.
but I know what you're talking
Good
about. Yeah,
Riddance or some shit. Then it went Death. Just keep going.
because the way the album or something was laid out, it literally, like, I think it was if you take the first letters of the album or something. It,
It's one of these ones.
yeah, it was
The
fucked.
Machiavelli turning into M alive.
Nah, yeah, it was something weird like that.
Whose album?
It's
Juice
a bit.
WRLD.
Let's be honest, it was a
I'll
bit
be out of this
weird
one.
that, and
Very
the day he died was the day that John Lennon died.
Yeah, I know. No.
Like there was
It's
some
a-
link between that.
I
I was
can't
like,
do it. I can't do it.
it's fucking
I hate
weird.
shit
that-
No,
like
it's
that.
so weird.
But if you
and it
make
happens
millions
all
of
the
dollars,
time.
right? If you make millions and you're happy, before you become famous, right? And you're like, so let's say you don't use social media.
Yeah.
What's happened? Like, and you don't talk to your family.
Yeah.
What's dropping off the face of the world mean? But you've just got money to survive. Why can't you do it? Like you'd be happy to do
It is
that.
a great. I always see these, but I've seen these for years before him too. Though, like what I keep saying.
Elvis Presley, they're fucking
Tupac,
Like the-
man.
yeah.
Tupac's the biggest conspiracy.
But that
He shot
What?
himself.
No.
he definitely didn't. But the weird
Well, no
thing
one
about-
else is coming out with it, so you may as well
the
just say
weird
it.
bit about Tupac is like no one actually seen him in hospital shot.
The second time.
Yeah, the second
The-
time he
the
like
fatal time.
the fatal time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's a thing too, but like.
Like the
and
biggest
there's-
rapper
I
in the
used to-
world.
I used to do this shit, man. And there's. Have you heard much about cloning?
A bit of it, but yeah.
I lap that into the same thing because Eminem apparently died in 2006.
Died of an overdose and now
And
clones
all
out.
like that cunt got clean. That's the difference.
Yeah.
2006, 2009.
Is
he
a
did
way
not
different
die.
person. Nah.
He's not a clone.
Like
He got clean.
The first song he brought out when he got clean was him apologising to his mother for all the shit he said when he was on drugs about his mother.
What was that song? That's 212 Headlights. It was a bit later. Headlights, he said. Yeah.
Mm.
No, later. 209 was his recovery. Was the message in recovery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still do some fucked up shit every now and then, but it's part of recovery. Ever
'Cause
since after that, clean as a whistle.
Mm.
Different person.
And you can tell by the look at him. Like, you look at Australian rapper 360, for instance. Before he was...
You used to could have signed me, cunt. If
And-
that's even English, you used to.
Used to could have signed me.
Coulda, you fuck.
I'll tell you something.
But you look at him, like, early fucking, what was it, 2012 or 2009 to 2012, him underground days battle rapping. Skinny's a fucking rake.
Yeah.
After
I'm sorry, I have to say this. He had one of the best bars of all time.
Against
Battle
Cursor?
rap. He goes, me, I have tiger blood. You have hair looks like a lion's cup.
Yeah.
That was hard because the cunt did have hair
Like a lion's cup.
Yeah, right.
Off the top of it, respect.
And
fuck
he's a good battle rapper.
He's a great rapper.
And he is a great
Because
rapper.
I've only
but
ever seen the one of
after-
him and Cursor when they battled. And I was like, fucking, yeah, I don't know.
So-
Only
that
thing
one-
you serving is a tennis ball.
Although, to be fair,
He won.
He
He
looks,
won.
You reckon?
360,
Won,
100%.
yeah.
Because all Cursor did was thinking on your fucking right. You think you want him on the night?
Yeah, true, he
And
did.
360 actually stood it back and said,
Oh no, he did, yeah, because 360 dissed him
360
about looking like a tennis coach. I was
Yeah.
like, you do,
What
cunt.
the
You
fuck
look
you
like a
looking at?
tennis
The only
coach.
thing you serve is a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and he
anyway,
was literally sitting there in a fucking Nike t-shirt.
No, it was what's that? Fucking,
That little alligator. The
yeah,
fucking,
whatever. That,
Oh.
what's that? Cass? No, is it?
I can't remember the brand, but it's a little
That
green
cream
alligator.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
But anyway, he literally
Yeah.
looks like he was about to serve a fucking tennis ball.
Yeah.
Like, if
he
he put a hat on backwards, he would have been fucking Leighton
For sure.
Hewitt.
no, yeah, 360.
He's a
All that
good
shit.
good rapper, but you
rapper.
look at him before that, like those days watching his battle rap career and shit with Greeley and like Greeley's scene.
Really.
His skinny is
Future, but anyway. fuck it.
skinny as a rake, and then you look at him and he's swole. Like, he's not fat, he's swole. And he's got off prescription drugs. He doesn't even take Panadol and shit for headaches anymore because that's how he started. And he was open all about it. And he looks fat in the face and fat in the neck and shit, but he's actually
healthy.
bulk. He's healthy, yes.
That's the difference.
See, what I want to know, right, is why do all rappers have to come from a bad background?
Fucking boys. Oh,
Let him explain.
That's what I like.
all right. So, through our culture, I say we as in, that's empty, dude. Our culture started in the hood. It's as simple as that. Hood culture in America, I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
where it
yeah.
started. Hood culture means if you had something good, you're not respected here. Right? Like, you're just not. You could grow up fucking living in a mansion, you can rap, whatever, you're not respected. Because it's such a street art.
Because Clarence's parents had a real good marriage.
All right, whatever.
We'll take that. Anyway, like, it's not respected in that regard that it turned it into a scene that you kind of had to have that story to be somewhat
something.
there. And it,
Well, you look
A
at
lot of respect.
NWA, like
oh,
they started the gang rap,
Yeah.
and like they
they were the first to blow up from it, yes.
yeah, and like they were in a studio working, stepped out for a lunch break, got arrested, thrown on the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Now, that shit happens constantly nowadays too.
And-
But it just doesn't get the same hype.
and you know what
It's
came
'cause I
out?
think it's because raps are already a thing.
You know what came out the other
Raps,
day?
like when MWA
Actually-
were coming out, like, and they released,
It was like,
fuck
holy
the
fuck,
police
these-
and that. It was
these
like,
Actually,
people are crazy.
Yeah,
as I was about to
it's
say,
your-
with fuck the police, what I saw the other day, and Ice Cube was speaking about it. So Straight Outta Compton happened, and it was after the movie came out.
Motherfucking name Bastin. Get your whole face bashed in. Weapon, I'm assassin.
Anyway,
that definitely didn't come to my head, but anyway.
Straight out of Rushworth.
So Straight Outta Compton happened, and you saw how the police warned them about fuck the police. You'll get arrested if you perform it live. And they said, fuck it, perform it live. After Straight Outta Compton, the movie came out, Ice Cube spoke about that scene. And he said
He's the realest one of them all, might I add.
And he said the reason...
Why, because Eazy-E died?
No, because...
that's probably up there, but Dre
he wrote majority of the songs that they perform.
Yeah.
Ice Cube did.
100%. Lyrically, yes.
So anyway, he came out after Straight Outta Compton and said that the reason the cops came in firing their guns in the air after we performed Fuck the Police was because, yes, they arrested us.
They wanted their autograph.
They wanted autographs.
Exactly, and that's a true police report statement. That is a true thing.
But is that... I feel that's to save their ass for what they did.
No, so
in a black culture. The
FBI said you perform this song, you'll be arrested. The Detroit police, I think it was.
Detroit. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Fired their guns and arrested them because the FBI had explicitly said if they perform this song, you have to arrest them.
It's a load of shit.
They would have died if they didn't do that.
Yeah.
They would have died.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the thing.
Because they were worried that the crowd would turn on them for what... That's why they didn't want them to perform, was because they were worried if they perform that song, the crowd will turn on the cops.
Yeah.
That's why they were worried.
String that shit from way back then. What was that? Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, early 90s,
right?
yeah.
String that back. That culture that was created is still fucking here. Pop Smoke, right? Do you know Pop Smoke? Know of him?
I know of him,
You
but
know
yeah.
his songs, trust me.
If I heard him, yeah, for sure,
Pop
probably.
Smoke, that culture is still in here. He was happy with his success. He took a photo on an Instagram story of a table. It had the address and the hotel he was staying at. 3 people come in, robbed and killed him.
Yeah.
Just like that, right? He presented himself as a hood rapper without the hood connections. So he clearly said, I'm quite
like the Island Boys.
I'm quite a good, top shit, but I ain't hood.
Like the Island Boys. I'm thugging.
I'm
thugging.
But they killed him for that. And it's just fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Not only killed him when he was buried, I don't know what you call it, but have you played Skyrim?
Yeah.
You know, the what do they call it? Where everyone's buried. You walk in and then there's a coffin there.
Graveyard.
Oh, fuck, can't
No,
remember.
there's a name for it. Doesn't matter, but his one of that was destroyed and they tried to rip out the chains he was buried in.
Yeah.
And that is fucked. This cunt was 20.
Yeah.
Israel was 21. X was 20.
Yeah.
These X was not gangster. He held his own when he had to, but he was not coming up in the street like that. And that's where 50 Cent was also smart too. He'd come up through the street, but he brought the street with him enough to protect him to the point they could get him all.
But look at 50. He's lucky to be here. Really, he got shot 9 fucking times.
Yeah. That was his turning point.
Yeah.
Like he was a dumb. He was.
He struggled,
ignorant.
but he wasn't.
He was ignorant
yeah.
in the street, like a Pop Smoke might be accidentally leak this. Like
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to walk around without security.
Yeah.
He was like
stupid
that.
idea.
He got shot, and he goes, "No." The first thing he did after he got shot, he come to an interview about signing with Eminem. Actually, first it was P Diddy. P Diddy wanted to sign him to Bad Boy, and he didn't like P Diddy, but he was like, "Whatever, I'll take anything right now. I just got shot."
Yeah.
Fucked. First thing he did was pull out a Mac 10 and put it on the desk, like we are sitting here. Diddy is there. He goes, right, and then Diddy looks at him because Diddy's like, "What the fuck?"
But wasn't that over the whole fucking Puck thing? Because they thought Diddy called the fucking hit on Puck?
That was a thing, but not between 50 and Puck.
Yeah, right.
P. Diddy. That thing is a different entity.
Yeah.
But yes, originally that's a thing. But he goes, P. Diddy's like, "Holy fuck, what do I do? I'm going to get this motherfucker to And then he asked him, he goes, there's recordings of this, like from back in the day, because it was like a video camera like that. It was and PD goes, what the fuck you got that for? And he goes, I've been here before. I nearly died from this shit. I'm never going to let that happen again. And he goes, I don't trust anyone.
But imagine like the bullet that went through his mouth. Imagine if that went through his throat. 50 cents. Yeah, but 50 wouldn't be who he is today.
Do you know the difference?
His girlfriend said they wanted to perform a tracheotomy on him. And his girlfriend said, don't do that. He's a singer.
Grandma.
Oh, yeah, the movie he brought out said it was his girlfriend. But
so what happened with 50 is he sounded like a fucking... He was very like high pitch and like kind of like how I started. Like he was like yeah. The bullet in his tongue made him slur, but also tracheotomy
developed who he was.
Take you to the candy shop.
Yeah.
I'll let you lick my lollipop.
Yeah,
we don't get the jump up and we don't care. And he was like, motherfucker, easy man.
Yeah.
And his Pop Smoke's like, we go, kill him. Look.
Yeah.
See,
I remember so it worked in his favour a bit.
100%.
Who's that bloke? I don't know if you've seen the Defiant ones on Netflix. But if you haven't, you should. It's about
the one that accidentally drove his car off a bridge.
No, it's about Dre, and and he brings up through and how he like become the success. But
and he has that other rapper that ends up in the accident. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, they shoot him. I thought. And
the one that ends up in the accident. And he's talks like this now.
Yeah, it fucked him. He couldn't sing after that.
Kill him. So I just got Pop Smoke.
I know what you're talking about, and I'll get up the name in a sec. But what I was going to say about 50, I remember the
50. I talk about fucking 4 hours.
Remember the interview he was in? Someone I can't remember who the interviewer was talking about how he would, if he needed, he'd get someone about the fuck out of 50, and 50's like, if I needed, I don't know, 10 motherfuckers I could pay $5,000 to, and they would kill you.
Yeah, that was bootleg Kev.
Yeah.
That situation. He's like, why would I go through the bullshit of the court proceedings? He's like, I could just pay this.
It's so much to kill the guy.
And he's just like, and that's every day. And he's just, and the look in his face is like,
and that's what the thing. There's an underground to everything, eh? Like that cunt would know shit that he shouldn't know. And
motherfuckers. Him and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Sorry for snitching on this. Sign me though. They should have ended up in jail.
Yeah.
For murder and everything, but they've had people come out
and pick them out.
And then when they've got home though, they have been this.
Well, who? Kings. Oh no, it was Suge that paid to get Tupac out. Yeah. No, it wasn't Suge. It was Jimmy, which was the producer for Death Row. He like.
It's not Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Did
Jimmy
he start
Iovine.
out at Death Row?
No, he didn't start out at Death Row. Yeah,
Interscope.
He didn't start out at Death Row, but
Fuck Jimmy.
He was the original one to sign Tupac at the start, wasn't he?
I believe.
Because Jimmy now is like, well, he's not anymore because they sold it to Apple, but he created Beats.
But I believe I could be wrong. The guy that signed Tupac was very small.
But Jimmy paid. Yeah, so Jimmy paid to get him out.
Jimmy had a presence because he'd worked with the Beatles and.
Did he?
Yeah, he signed
Jimmy
a lot. Yeah.
He was a junior. He was a junior.
He's a fucking successful.
So he was a junior producer, and he worked. So the way he got to it, he
with a monobrow.
Yeah, he had a monobrow.
It was fucking horrible.
So he was working as a junior producer, and the way he got to work with the Beatles is they came in for a studio session, and the main producers had to step out, and the Beatles, can't remember what song it was, but they were trying to do something, and he just suggested it to them, and they fucking loved it.
Yeah.
And he went.
And
he went from being the junior producer to the main one to then owning Interscope Records, to then signing Dre, to sign people, signing M, signing fucking 50
and everyone.
That run. I tell you what, that run.
And selling Beats for 3.2 billion.
If social media was there too back in that day.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
it'd be fucked. Yeah.
Double Drake. Because Drake's the biggest one.
Which shits me because I'm not a fan of. I don't like Drake at all. But
you
yeah,
you love me.
That was a bit of a catchy tune.
I love that shit.
But what fascinates me about Dr. Dre is the cunt never gave up.
No,
Never.
He was playing in clubs that were never going to make it for him. And then one day he played in that same fucking club he always did in that band. And then next thing you know, everyone else was left behind, but he was away. And that's what I mean. It can happen even now.
And it could happen to you if you put in the
I'm
work.
not American, so I'm out.
It could still
I
happen.
got a rap rope.
But on that, I was looking at the time.
Yeah.
We're nearly about to go 1 hour and
45 minutes.
so it says 45, but we've got a couple edits in, so it might be something different. So I'm not going to say what the time is.
True.
Yeah,
Good point.
Bastin motherfucker.
But
BASTIN.
yeah, exactly. On
You know where to
SoundCloud,
find him?
Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
SoundCloud. Look him up. Listen to
maybe
his shit.
Spotify in the next 5 years
I
if he
thought you were
fucking.
going to make me spit some shit. I'm glad you didn't. I respect
Oh look, I was going to, and then I was like, look, I won't do that because if I was in that position, I'd suck.
Yeah,
I can do it,
but
but
it's
I really don't want to.
No, that's it.
it's
So
been
we won't.
another good episode of the Bogan Yack podcast, and this is pre-recorded. I will say that now.
Can I come back and maybe like?
Well, this will come out
Eventually.
Thursday next week. So if you listen to it now, oh, surprise.
Yeah, but like
Thursday,
can
Wednesday.
I come back one
Wednesday,
day to
so-
talk shit, not even about me, just like sitting with the boys.
I reckon.
Yes,
I
you
reckon you
can.
could come back and sit with the boys. We have had to squash it around. That's why the camera angle's a little bit off. Should have said it at the start of the episode,
Hey,
but
Bogan Yack, get on that shit.
trying to squish it around. We got a small room to work with at the moment.
It's a fucking great room though.
All the links will be below to find Bastin, our YouTube, fucking
Hey,
everything.
Bastin
Let's
motherfucker.
get it. Bastin motherfucker.
Okay, if you're looking at my shit struggling that just come out, I'm very proud of. Favorite song of all time is probably "Love Is My Drug." Just listen to them.
And
And
Dover King,
if you
because that
wanna-
gives me goosebumps.
If you want to laugh, I don't know what you listen to, but like listen to like Bastin. and
Just listen to Bastard. Just listen to Bastard.
Only some of them, because some of it is quite.
And Dover King, because that gave me goosebumps.
But
It feels.
it's been another episode of the Bogan Yack podcast, and we will see you next week.
Ciao.
Bye.